Okay, that's what it means he walked with the Most High. The Spirit was dealing with him. Okay? He walked with the Most High. Okay? And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem would represent what? Those that are in the what inhabit the Middle East. Ham would represent what? Them so-called what? Africans, Hamites, that region. And Japheth, the so-called what? Europeans, which would be known as what? Japhetic tribes, Polynesians, Hawaiians, and so forth. Okay. The earth was also corrupt before the Most High. So let us know. The earth was corrupted. Okay. The earth was corrupt before the Most High. You had all double dealings, all type of dodgy dealings going on. All types of form of wickedness going on. And the earth is filled with violence. So it's nothing new. Just how the earth is filled with violence today. The same thing is happening. Okay? And the Most High looked upon the earth and behold it was corrupt. Okay? For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. Okay? So man, woman, wasn't doing things the right way in the order of things. It says all men have corrupted his way upon earth, so that means men weren't following the particular order of things. Because before we go into physical law, the law was also what? Orally. It was an oral law. Because everything is what? Spiritual. Okay? And when you go into that word corrupted, profaned, godless, defiled, his way upon this earth. Okay? Unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come unto me, come before me. Okay, so how did it come before the Heavenly Father? Because these things were it was reported. Don't you know the angels report everything to the Heavenly Father? That's why that cry went up. Okay, so the cries of this place, the cries of this kingdom, is going back up, is reaching to the skies, the heavens. Okay. And the Most High said to know the end of flesh has come before me, and the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Am I on the right one? Yes. Make thee an ark of gold for wood. Okay. So this is what Noah done. And he done this through faith. Noah was preparing the ark through faith, knowing that the flood would happen. What's that? They're not listening. Good, because it's not for you anyway. Cloud. Make thee an ark of gold for wood. Okay. Room shall I make in the ark. Okay. So this is what was commanded to Noah. To make rooms, set all the rooms, get it done, get all the because obviously he needed to do these things. Noah, he needed the calculations, so he was given the wisdom to do these calculations. Oh, this much, this length, that length. Okay, so the Most High gave him wisdom of these calculations on how to build the ark. Okay. Make an ark of gold for wood. Room shall I make in that ark, and shall I pitch within, and without with pitch. Okay, which means to fasten it. But to fasten it, what you would need pitch. Another word for pitch is like mortar. Okay. And this is the fashion. Okay. And the fashion goes to Skama. The image, the way. Okay. Which thou shalt make of it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of the 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. So the measurements were being what? Done. The measurements were being given out of how this ark should be built. Okay? And the window shall I make an ark in a cubit, and I finish it above. And the door of the ark shall I set aside thereof. With lower, second, third stories shall I make it. So it had three stories in it. Okay? 3 levels to the ark. So you can imagine, it was a big ship. It wasn't a small ship. And behold, even do I bring a flood upon the waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh. That flood, okay, what did it do? Wiped out most of the inhabitants. We're going to read about it. Whether it is the breath of life, living man and woman from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. It's in everything. So anything that wasn't in the ark was dead. Anything that was not in the ark. Okay. Hey, that's a spirit. That's a spirit. A scoffer, hey, that's a spirit. A scoffer, an individual that was scoffing not too long ago, he had a little crash. Good. Good. You see what I mean? So this is 2 individuals. One individual from a couple of weeks ago and another individual. Good. You know? Good. You know? Made a lot. It's that bald-head Negro that was scoffing. You know? See, judgments are being dished out, even in a little manner. Okay? Simple as that. Okay? But with thee will I establish my covenant. With who? The children of Israel. Okay? But with thee will I establish my covenant. And thou shalt come into the ark. Okay, so with who? Okay, the children of Israel. The covenant was not given to everybody. And not really that covenant was he would not destroy the earth again with the flood. Okay? Maybe just a minute. And thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons. Okay, so it was said, who was going to get into the ark? The sons of Noah. They were going to be into the ark. Okay? And thy wife, and even the wife of Noah, made it into the ark. And thy sons' wives with thee. So there was mercy granted to Noah, his sons, and his sons' wives. They were the only ones that were shown mercy. And of every living thing of flesh, okay, 2 of every sort, so shall thou bring of the ark to keep them alive with thee. Okay, so it says 2 of every living thing. Why did it say 2 of every living thing? Because the animals would need to what? Procreate. Okay, and it wasn't. These animals, it wasn't male, it was male and it was female. Because that's the natural order of things. Okay? And every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort, shall I bring into the ark. So what? You can repopulate. Okay? To keep them alive with thee. See? They shall be male. See, that's the spirit. They shall be male and female. Because that's the natural order of stuff. Not male and male. Male, female. Okay. Of fowls after their kind. Okay. And of cattle. You know? And that's spiritual anyway, because you see how our people are. It's not no major thing. There's not even a scratch. There's not even a scratch on the car. But you see how our people are to their own people. You just say, alright, it's a little scratch, it's a little thing, move on. Our people are fucking wicked, man. Our people do evil to themselves. Our people do evil to their own nations. You see? This is why our people need to be renewed again in truth. Because our people don't know how to treat each other. You know? Our people constantly do wickedness with each other. You know? Our people constantly scheme on each other. Instead of the man saying, oh, it's alright, I'm moving, it's just a little thing, you know? We write down the details and it is what it is, isn't it? Continue. Bear me just a minute. And the fowls of every kind, of their kind. Okay? And of their cattle are for their kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. Thou shalt take unto thee of all fruit that is eaten. Okay? And it shall be gathered to thee, and it shall be for food for thee. For them. Okay? So, he obviously needed to gather food because they would need also something to eat. They would need something to eat. That's why all this was gathered. Okay? Bear me just a minute. Yeah, for all them to eat, be food for thee and for them. So it's food for Noah. Because Noah needed to eat while he was in what? The ark. Okay? Thus did Noah according to all that he commanded him, so did he. Okay, so he followed them orders. Okay. So let's get straight to it. Let's go to... Bear me just a minute. So let's go to verse 17, and the flood was 40 days. So 40 days, that's quite some time. 40 days of a flood. Okay. Days upon the earth, and the waters increased. So the waters, they rose. They never stopped, they rose. The waters got higher. Okay. 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare upon the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth. So if the ark was lifted up above the earth, what would that mean? That mean that flood must have been very, very high. And the waters travailed, so they kept him going. And were increased greatly upon the earth. Okay, so it kept going. And the ark went upon the face of the waters. So it was actually rising. The ark was floating upon them waters, just like a ship would. Okay?
Say, brother, why don't you go in the park?
Why not go in the park?
Yeah, that's where the brothers are at,
No, the
man.
scripture says go out into the highways and byways.
You don't see no one.
This is the highways and byways. This is the agora. This is the trading place. This is where cars are passed.
No, they're stopping me, bro. That's where the lost sheep are congregating in the park. I'm telling you, I live around here. I'm not just throwing you off.
Well, no. You've been commanded to be out in the highways and byways, the hedges.
I hear
When you
you.
look at that word, it goes key place of conquest, the agora.
I hear you, bro. I know.
I know what you're saying. I know there's people in the park. Again, the scripture saying Matthew 13 and 10. If you have an ear to hear, let him hear. So even if I go in the park,
Some might, I know what you're saying. As I said, that's where the lost sheep are, though. For real. Yeah, man. What are you?
the 4 tribes of Israel.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you know, Israelites united in Christ.
Yeah, IUIC.
Yeah. See, you local?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't local.
Oh, you're local around here. Oh, see, okay. Keep up the works, man. I'm gonna circle and come and chat to you, yeah?
Yeah. Alright. Where was I? Verse chapter 8. And the Most High remembered Noah. Okay. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth and on all the high hills that were under the whole heaven. Okay. Were covered 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail. And the mountains were covered, and all the flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and cattle and of beast and every creeping thing, and creeping upon the earth. And every man Okay? So anything that was left upon this earth that wasn't in the spiritual ark, which was a physical ark, anything that was in the ark, it died off. It got flooded out. Okay? And all whose nostrils was the breath of life. Okay? Of all that was in the dry land, died. Of every living thing, substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground. Okay? Both men and cattle and creeping things, and fowl of heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah was only remained alive. Okay? And they that were with him in the ark. Oh, so there was only a remnant. That was what? That was saved. Okay? And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. If I'm correct, yeah, 150 days. Okay? And the Most High remembered Noah and every living thing, and all the cattle was with him in the ark. And the Most High made a wind to pass over the earth. So that wind, it was obviously a south wind. That would blow what? Southward. Okay? And the Most High made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. Okay? And the fountains also of the deep, and the windows of heaven were stopped, which represents what? The rain. Okay? And the rain from heaven was restrained. Okay? So that rain, it restrained. It stopped. Okay? Then that's when what? The water started what? Receding. Okay? Bear me just a minute. And where was I? I was on chapter 8, and the Most High remembered Noah. So Noah was remembered. Okay? Noah was remembered. Okay? Why? Because Yahweh Shai has care for his elect. Okay? So Noah was remembered. And every living thing, and all the cattle, okay, that was with him in the ark. So even the animals, they weren't even remembered. The animals that were with Noah in the ark, okay. And the Most High made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged, and the fountains also of the deep, and the windows of heaven were stopped. You know what? I read this already. Verse 4. The ark rested in the 7th month, and the 7th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat. Okay? So that's where the mount of Ararat rested. So like that's where the ship rested. In Turkey. Okay? So that's the destination of what? Them ship. That's where that ship is. Mount Ararat, Turkey. Okay? Turkey. Or you could say Turkey or between Armenia. Some say it's Armenia. I say it's Turkey. Mount Ararat is Turkey. Some will say Armenia. Okay? And the waters decreased continually up until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. Okay? So, the top of the mountains being seen, that was what? A sign of what? The waters were decreasing. Or that flood was decreasing. Okay? And it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he made, And he sent forth a raven, okay, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dry, okay, up from the earth. So this is what Noah done. He sent forth a raven. Why? Because he knew that raven could not settle. If there was a flood everywhere, that raven would not be able to settle. Okay, it would have to come back to what? To Noah. You see? Wisdom. Okay. And he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot. And she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. When he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in unto him into the ark. Okay. So that was saying of what? That what the ark, okay, that flood was still, it was still heavy, it was still high. It didn't decrease yet. And he stayed yet other 7 days. Again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came into him. Okay. Lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off, so no one knew that the waters were abated from the earth. Why? Because that dove came back. Okay, and plucked off a leaf. Okay, so that'd be a sign of what? The waters will decrease. Okay, that would be a sign. So now let's go to Matthew's, Baba Kashar. Matthew's 20, I believe it's 24. Matthew's 24. This is Matthew's 24. And let's go straight to 37. Actually, let's start at 36. But the day and hour knoweth no man. We don't know the day, we don't know the hour. But one thing we do know is that Yahushua is coming to make his appearance. Okay? No man know the day nor hour. Okay? No, if no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So only Yahweh knows. Not even the angels know. Not even Yahushua knows. That's why it was said, sit at my right hand until I make that enemy a footstool. Only the Heavenly Father knows when these things are going to come to pass. Okay? But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of Son of Man be. So in the days of Noah, what was happening? Nothing but flooding.
Is it you who does it in the playground sometimes? With music and all that? Yeah?
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of Son of Man be. So what was happening? We just went into the days of Noah. What was happening? Flooding, all of that. The same's going to happen. Right.
Oh, you're Israelite?
Yeah.
What camp?
What camp? GMS. Hey, why you say all like that?
You get me? You man's doctrine's a little bit weird, man.
How so?
It's a little bit weird, man.
How so?
Trust me, it's a little bit weird, bro. Trust me, there's a little bit of stuff, man. So you lot's like, you're kind of like TOCC, like you got a little bit of it. You know what the guys, you got like Irishman in there and that.
Ah, you got a problem with that? Okay. Well, you know what?
Not a guy, man.
That's a stumbling block to a lot of our people. But the Irish, it's a known fact that the Irish are Israelites. Yeah. So you're not on camera. You're on camera. It's a known fact that the Irish are Israelites.
They're not still.
You got Benjamites, you got Irish.
They're not. Benjamites is me, Caribbean.
Yeah?
Don't
Yeah?
Caribbean,
But this ain't a black thing. We don't teach black.
Oh yeah, you're wrong.
We don't do that.
You're
We go
wrong,
by the seed.
You're wrong, bro. I hear you still.
We go by the
You're
seed
wrong.
of your forefathers.
Nah, Yeah, exactly,
you know?
bro.
So what are you up here to do? Are you up here to try to teach me?
No, bro. I'll be real with you, fam. I've been doing this for long, you know.
Okay.
Been doing this for long.
Okay.
You know what's mad? I promise you. I saw my cab was there. I said, nah, let me get out.
So you got a cab?
No, my cab. I was in a cab.
Right.
I was in a cab, and I
Right.
said, wait. No, wait. I just got out. I said, let me go see what Brody's saying. You get me?
Yeah.
I love this kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I was random to see this in Cap and Jump on Junction.
Yeah. Well, we're here, man. This work's going out to the four corners of the globe. You know?
I hear you still. So obviously, like in terms of like the Irish and all of that,
Right.
I don't understand because I can.
I'll further expound to you on it. Numbers 1 is.
I'm not gonna
It's
believe you though.
simple.
The only reason I'm not gonna use because obviously like the curse in Deuteronomy 28,
Yeah.
they only fit one set of people.
All right. But the Irish, you know about their history.
Yeah, I know that.
You know
they
about the
went
potato
through,
famine and.
Yeah,
all the
I
other
know
stuff.
about some of the things.
And
Yeah.
the indentured servants in London. You know about that? That's the curses.
Nah.
That's the curses. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna stand here because I'm here to edify those that are meant to get. I'm not gonna stand here and debate with you.
No, but
Because
obviously
I know what I've got is the truth. So it's not a thing where I'm gonna stand here debate with you and say, nah. Because
I hear you, my brother, still, but
I know the truth. That's why I'm out here teaching because I know the truth. You know?
No, I hear you still, but obviously, let's just say I was here to debate with you. That is actually your job also. You're supposed to try to edify me.
'cause you know what you
You're supposed
said.
to edify me
No,
through
but
that way.
you said even if I bring up the scripture,
No, but
you're
it's
still not
that.
going to believe it.
I
So
hear you still.
I'm
but
wasting my time. You know?
It's not about that. I'm trying to, me personally, I stopped my cab, but I thought, bro, let me see what camp Myman's involved in.
Right.
Like, that's actually what I was thinking. What camp is he involved in? You
Okay.
get me? But obviously, you get me. Like, I learned from IUIC, innit? I know you guys have got a little bit of issue with them.
Yeah, right. Right. Because someone else was in the class and he was saying, are you a part of IUIC? I said, no, GMS. There's another brother said, why are you teaching in the park? I said, bro, the scriptures tell us to be out on the highways and byways.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm out here on the highways and byways, because he said...
That's a byway though, look, there's a little pathway going through.
that is a byway.
That's where you know, see what it is, you'll
Right.
see a lot of black people in there.
Right now I've noticed. But this is more it. This is more out there, you know. I want to be in the midst of the people, you know. Get out here, you know. The true watchmen, they're going to be out on the highways and byways teaching, not stuck up in some fucking house doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm not going to get into this debate of this and that. If you don't believe, then
you would lose a
saying?
debate against me, you know. My brother, trust me, you would lose a mad debate.
But the
against
main
me,
thing is, my whole thing is, the elect. There's an elect, even within Israel.
Yeah.
You have 144,000, 1/3 men, women, and children.
Yeah.
Then you have 2/3.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, but the 2/3 are gonna have to be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, because you've got niggas in Israel. Not
That's
all
wrong.
of
They're gonna have to
Israel
go
are
through. They're gonna have
Israel.
to go through the fire. Because obviously, like it says in Isaiah, talking about the World War III,
Right.
we're gonna go into that.
Right.
It's gonna be nuked tonight. The whole world's not gonna perish. The whole world's not gonna perish. You get it? 2/3 have to go through. 2/3 have to go through the fire.
Well, it says that in Zechariah. 1/3 are gonna come up purified, tried as gold and silver,
Yeah.
but 2/3 they're gonna have to be destroyed.
Yeah,
And that's 2/3 in the land of America.
Yeah.
You know, and across the world as well. That is likened unto America. And that shows us Israelite foreigners everywhere. Because I ain't just when it's talking about 2/3, I ain't just talking about Negroes. We're talking about Israelite foreigners, because what we're not saying, alright, you're gonna have Irish, which you don't believe in anyway. But I'm saying this for the edification of the flock. You're gonna have Irish, Welsh, Scottish, that are Israelites, but guess what? They're not of the elect, so we're not teaching.
That's how I feel like. That's how I feel like. Where you're a little. The only reason, I'm not. Obviously, you can show me if you think I'm thinking. I'm like. I think it's a little bit wrong what you're saying because of the simple fact that when it's saying the elect, when you're saying people that are Scottish and I'm British, you're British, but you're an Israelite. Really and truly, you're an Israelite. So what tribe do you say you're from?
It's hard. I don't know. I could be Gad. I could be Gad. I could be Reuben. We're gonna know in the kingdom. We're gonna know in the
That
kingdom.
doesn't make no sense. What country? What
It does
country?
make sense.
What country are that from?
He's from Jamaica.
Yeah, he's a
Both my
Benjamin.
parents.
Benjamin.
No. It's not. See, this ain't. I'm looking at. I can tell what spirit you're coming in. You're coming in the spirit of the flesh. You can't look at the flesh.
How's
and
that
say,
the spirit of the flesh, bro? I'm telling
but
you.
how do you know I'm a Benjamin?
What do you mean? Because of what the scriptures say.
But I'm not a Benjamin.
It tells you what the
I'm not a
scriptures say.
Benjamite. Because
It
if
tells you where the
if you-
Judeans would.
if-
It tells you where the Judeans would be.
If
It
you
tells
read
you where the
brother, if you read Genesis 49,
Yeah.
it tells you about the characteristics of every
Exactly.
single
That's what I
tribe.
was about to say. You go to
I don't
Genesis
have the
49
character. I don't have the characteristics of a Benjamin.
No. You have to keep with the
I've
people from that specific country.
brother, this is what we're not going to do. This is what we're not going to do. I believe I'm from the northern tribes. You know the northern tribes, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, the so-called Hispanics and Indianos. I believe my father, he's from Benjamin, but his forefather, his characteristics are more of a Reubenite. That's the northern tribes. That's why I said my father's from Benjamin.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get no.
Yeah.
But you know what, bro? Even if you don't make it here, you make it on the other side. Because if you're gonna believe in this truth, you need to believe in the whole truth.
Yeah, I do, bro.
This is how serious this truth is.
This is actually, I do, but I'm just saying with a little bit of a different doctrine to how you believe it. You get it? That's all I'm saying. So obviously we'll see at the end, innit? Like my thing, all of them people over there, they're nothing to do with me at all.
So,
nothing to do with me at all.
How far does it go? Is that the only thing? Is that the only issue that you have, or is there other things as well?
What do you mean, like in terms like
In terms of the doctrine,
you keep Sabbath, don't you?
Yeah, we keep the Sabbath.
You
Sabbath
just
starts today, by the way. Keep the Sabbath today. It starts today.
No. Friday.
Sundown.
No. Friday to Saturday.
See, that's an off doctrine. That's an off doctrine. That's what the Hasidic Jews keep. They keep it Friday to Saturday.
That's what IUIC keep.
No.
That's what ISUPK keep.
Oh, but you're watching all these other camps.
Now I'm watching the correct camp, like the camp that makes the most sense.
They're going off. I can't force you, but Drake Milson is where it's at. Drake Milson is where it's at.
That's what I was gonna say. And also, like what it said in Judges, it says also basically that we're just rehearsing for the righteous act. So whether that's the case of you two, you're practicing, innit? I'm practicing. Like I'm not angry at you, bro.
Yeah. I hear what you're
I'm not
saying,
angry at you, bro. I'm
saying.
just saying that that's just what I believe and that's what I go by. Also, another thing that for example Passover done yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going off to do that at the wrong time.
So when do you
I've read Passover.
so do you do Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur?
Yeah, the Day of Atonement ain't coming up there yet. It's coming up. But the Sabbath is today, but that's what you already know, so there ain't much I can already tell you because you know about Great Millstone. All I can say is watch Great Millstone. I'm not gonna lead you in the wrong way, you know. It's up to you to test my spirit to see if I'm a true prophet or a false. There's many false prophets out there. IUIC, they're false prophets.
Yeah,
They're about gimmicks. Why are they making you sign? Why are they making you register? You don't got to register with us. Just listen to the word. A lot of things. Why are they making guys register? Because they're paid off.
See the guy that taught me this, yeah? He don't even really, he says IUIC got good knowledge. He don't follow them. But he takes some of the knowledge from them. He's definitely against GMS and GLCC though. 100%. He's the one that taught me. A guy called Alan. And I learned this in the worst place. I learned this when I was in prison, riding 9 years. Yeah.
Okay. So you learned this when you were in prison?
Yeah.
Rah, so this word is, people know about this in prison as well?
What? You know how much people I used to teach? My brother, I promise you, I turned basically, they used to have a Rasta service. I turned it into the Israelite service.
Okay.
So every single week I would have 27, 30 black men that's in the room with me and we're chatting about this.
Well, you know, it's still a blessing that you know you're an Israelite. I see there's levels. There's levels to this.
Yeah, bro. Listen, if you ever wanted to, I've got my Bible on my phone. We can talk about it. I'm telling you, you'll be so confused as to how I know so much. I'm telling you, but obviously,
bro,
I'm letting you do your
this
thing.
is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach, you know. No disrespect. I'm not here to be talking, but I'm here to teach. Not that I can't learn, but I'm at a point now where I'm on that level. You have to, when it comes to the English, I know I'm an Israelite, as you said, you're keeping the Sabbath. That's a good start, but there's other things completely change your life around. You don't smoke.
I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, that's good. But you know what I mean. You got to change everything we're doing in the world. Scripture talk about becoming a new man. Everything. If you are hanging around with, you know, particular individuals in the world, gangs, if you're part of our, example, Gypsy or ABM or Peckham Boys, you've got to get away from them and get back into the street. You know, get away from that company. This is all the part of being a new man. You know, but it's beautiful still that you come up here and.
I stopped my cab for you, bro.
Man.
This world needs to end. I want this world to have an end, bro.
Well, it is, and that's what we were speaking about. Just before you came, I was speaking about Noah. In the time of Noah, they were drinking, eating, mirthing, not caring. No one was building the ark. People were laughing, scoffing, talking shit out of their cars, you know, making gestures. They were doing all of that, you know. Not that they had cars, they had horses. They were mocking. So it's the same thing again today. Only if they knew, if these people actually knew what was about to happen, there'd be thousands of people surrounding them. It's horrible, man. When that calamity breaks loose. That's one thing I want to know. What's the name of Yahweh? What's the name?
What's the name of who? Yahweh Shai.
So you know that,
Yes. You're not understanding. I promise you, I used to teach people, bro.
No, but IUIC, they don't teach the name.
Of course they do. They say Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
What do you mean IUIC don't teach the
There's
name?
a lot of things. There's a lot of things they go off on.
So, Tazan, I'll tell you.
There's a lot of things they go off on.
For example,
they were mocking the name. One guy was saying it doesn't matter about the name. You can call him Yo Play Yoga and all that. You know about what's his name? Lima and all them guys and Nate, Nathaniel.
Okay, listen. You see, Deacon. You talk about Bishop Nathaniel.
Yes.
Please, see his knowledge is incredible. Please, listen, bro. You just said so. Obviously, you've been taught that they're lying about the name.
No. It's a fact. They're lying. They compromise.
Bro, how do you think I know about Yahweh Shai? How do you think I know about Yahweh?
Yeah, but
from
GOCC, they teach Israel.
Listen, the simple fact that GOCC and GMS have Irishman and that, it's a bit weird for me. You get me? That's why I'm confused. You get me? Like it says, listen, it says it in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 53 and 4. It says, our faces shall never wax cold. They will never wax cold.
You know what that word wax cold means when you go into it? It means shame. Shame. Boshef, shame. So that was a shame, what? To actually be scattered in the different lands looking like that. That was a shame. That's what it means. Because we're not supposed to look like that.
You're going to have to line upon line, bro. You're going to have to show me, bro. Right? See what it is? You can't. Like, see me, I'm not a man. You can't just show me something and people are not going to believe it. You get me? Like it says in Isaiah 28 and 11, it says,
but that's why it
here
says,
a little, there a little. You must show, it says, rule must be upon rule. Right. So if you don't have something to back that up, I'm not going to believe that.
Precept upon line, here a little, and there a little. But you know what? Like I said, it's kind of hard because you said no matter what I show you, you're still not gonna.
No, but it's not about that. Listen, like I'm trying to say, you said that you can't be taught because that's a bad way to think.
No. But
that's a bad way to think.
No, I'm not.
Because you've seen me and thought, like he might not know. I promise you.
No, but you know what? I can tell you don't. You know why? Because you're listening to IUIC, and I'm telling you, they don't have the truth.
But that's like me saying to you, you're listening to GMS and you don't have the truth.
No, but guess what? Nate came under the apostles of Great Millstone. Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Hart, they were in the same church, One West, but they broke off. Why? Because they were teaching a different doctrine.
Exactly.
They all come from the same.
So now I'm gonna now my reverse back to you is that it's like me saying to you, you done the exact same thing. So IUIC, they was in Israelite. What was it called? What was the initial thing that? Because ISUPK, the head of that. One West. That's what it's called. Exactly. So. Like I'm trying to say, it's the same thing. You could be a sheep in wolf's clothing, fam. No, you could be a wolf in sheep.
But that's for you to identify.
Exactly, but you're saying that you've identified that as me because of IUIC. But I'm saying
I'm not saying you're a sheep in wolf's clothing. You know what? You're a sheep, but they're leading you in the wrong way. See, and this is spiritual that you came here. You got out of that cab. Yahweh Shai got you out of that cab and had you come in here. So today is your chance, brother. Today is your chance. Hey, today is your chance because you know what? I'm so confident. I know I have the truth, 100%. I know I have the truth. So this ain't a thing where I'm doubting nothing because everything I've been taught, I believe it's the truth because I've studied thousands of hours.
You're not the only man, you know, bro.
You know.
I got 9 years, I done 6 years in jail, bro, with the Bible, with the King James. I had to go through so much different trials and tribulations to go and get to where I got to, bro. Like since I've been out here, I'm going to show you something. You haven't read one scripture. That's all I'm saying.
I've got something.
No, you haven't read one.
I've got something.
Go on.
This is Numbers 1 and 18.
Yep.
And they assembled all the congregation
of
together.
The pedigrees of their fathers. I know, listen, bro.
That's it. On the pedigrees of their. Are you going to let me?
Go on. You're going to show me something.
You're going to say something.
Obviously, you're just going to show me about it. You're basically
but hold on, but you believe in the Bible.
Yeah,
so if you believe in the Bible, you're going to believe in the record of the Bible.
Yeah.
And they assembled all their congregation together on the first day, on the second month, and they declared the pedigrees. When you go to that word pedigrees,
so whatever your father is, what you are.
Yes, and that's simple. Bear me just a minute. And their families by the house of their fathers, because your seed, that was the seed in the Greek, the sperma, the seed. So it's dictated by your father. If an Ammonite man, a Japanese man, lays with an Israelite woman, that child may come out. Basically, it's answering the own question. This is why you have Israelite foreigners. So if you have an individual that looks, example, I want to make this quick. Tom Jones.
Yeah.
There's not a shadow of a doubt. This guy in a white man, you can clearly see he's an Israelite. How? By his spirit. Ryan Giggs. Giggs. That's an Israelite. You can clearly see he's not an Edomite. Moroccan father. Look at his father. That's an Israelite. So it's certain things what are clear, certain things are more hard where you're like, nah.
Can I be honest? That's it. I'll be honest with you. I don't think, me saying, you can take this how you want to take this, I don't think that you should go around pushing that specific doctrine because you're just guessing. You have to let Jesus decide that. The reason I'm saying that...
What do you mean Jesus? Hold on. What do you mean Jesus?
What do you mean?
His name is Yahweh Shai.
I know that, but like I'm saying, my brother, for stammering lips and another tongue who speaks to these people, brother, I'm speaking in English, bro. I'm just saying it in English.
But his name ain't Jesus. Come on, there's a demon attached to that name.
Yeah.
So I don't really like call it that name.
So Yahweh Shai, let's keep it as Yahweh Shai. But obviously, like I'm saying to you, my brother, what you just said, like it said.
One thing, because you're saying I'm speaking too much. I don't want to get in. I don't want to lean on my own understanding because that's where I get outside of the realm of the scripture. That's when I start being carnal, and that's when I get caught up. But let's start at Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things. Our own mind is deceitful, all types of thoughts. So how do you actually know what's right and what's wrong in the scriptures? By the scriptures. And desperately wicked, who can know it? So we can't lean on our own understanding. But I know I feel like this and I feel like that. We can't do that. We have to go strictly by the scriptures.
That's what you just said, though. You just said you feel like Ryan Giggs is an Israelite.
No. I didn't say I feel. He is an Israelite.
How?
In fact,
show me in the scripture.
From the line of his father. I just went to Numbers 1 and 18. And we can further go to more. Let's go to James. Okay, because I'm Irish. You know, it's surprising that you're saying this because you're born in London. Yeah. So if you're born in London, you should know more than anybody else because I was born in London. I was born in Camberwell.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was born in Rose Hill, which is Sutton. Yeah. But I moved to Camberwell when I was younger. Yeah. Nothing but Irish.
No,
grew up around Irish. You're telling me you don't gel with an Irishman?
I hear you.
Come on, man.
Listen,
go to the pubs. Who do you see?
Brother.
Benjamin and Irish. It's clear as day.
Brother, I hear exactly what
you're saying.
Come on. But let me show you what the difference is. You're not showing me scripture, bro. Like, you see what it is? If you're going to keep on saying that, that's pointless. Because the bottom line is this, brother, yeah? I know that 3 generations ago, 3 generations ago, my great-granddad was Jamaican. He was born in Jamaica, he was a slave 3 generations ago. Yeah. He was literally a slave 3 generations ago. Now, unless you could show me that, and I know for 100% they come on boats. You get me? Right. Like it says in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, yeah? They said that he came on a boat. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah. But guess what? You do know not all of Israelites were scattered out on boats.
Yeah, because obviously some of them ran into the mountain from
persecution.
Yeah, I know that.
So where did these Israelites go that were running from persecution?
Africa.
Yeah, you're right. West Africa. Yeah. You know what? You're good. West Africa, Senegal, where were the rest?
What do you mean they scattered into the whole of Africa?
Yeah, and different
into the whole of Africa.
Yeah, and different parts of what? Europe. So the Israelites that scattered into Europe, what did they do? They took on the customs of the Europeans. That's why when you got back, I'm going
to show you something.
That's why when they went into what? Europe, they what? Took on names of Vikings. Took on names as the Nords.
I'm gonna give you.
These were Israelites.
I'm gonna give you of that, yeah. That what you might not. What you're obviously getting confused.
Bear me just a minute. James 1, Baba Kashar. Please, the servant of the Most High and of the Lord Jehovah Shai Mashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting. So the 12 tribes, they're scattered abroad. UK, you're an Israelite right now, but you're like you said, you're in London and you were given the what? You've got an English name, but you're an Israelite. So
my name's Tariq Cummins. I got a slave son. Tariq. Yeah.
Sounds moving.
Tariq.
Terrain.
Yeah, Caribbean.
Okay. So we scattered. So that scattered is the smaller. So if you're scattered, you're going to be in different lands. So before you woke up to you were truth, you were a Gentile. We were Gentiles.
Yeah, Gentiles.
Until we woke up to the truth.
Gentiles in the flesh. Gentiles in the flesh.
Right. So the other nations, the other Israelites that are look like so-called white people, a lot of them are Israelites, but they don't know. They don't know.
The lightest ones are like Puerto Ricans. They're the ones that man's talking about.
Bro,
Where it says Ephraim is a cake unturned, not turned. That's the kind of ones that, brother. Other than these
Bro,
white man, they're nothing to do.
You're not thinking spiritually, man.
I hear what you're
You're
saying, bro.
you're thinking.
People saying that, bro. Alright, cool. Let's just say that they are. Let's just say that they are. I'm telling you, have you got Irish? You have an Irish man that walks around with you all the time. That knows the truth. They can't make it, bro. They're Edomites. They're Edomites in
I'm
body,
gonna go
flesh,
far saying
spirit.
this. How you're saying that an Irishman could be the same man you're saying that to. He could look at you and say, well, hold on a minute. You're teaching parts of the doctrine. He might believe in all of the doctrine. He's going to be saved. You might not be saved. You see how this works?
But that's like me saying
see
you
how
might
this
not be saved because you might have.
You're right. See what
It's the
I
same
mean?
thing.
See what? That's why you got to worship Yahweh in spirit and in truth.
Yeah.
Full truth. This is serious. This is life and death. I'm trying to pluck you out. Obviously, I can't force you. I ain't out here to try and grab you and but believe this. That is for you to receive it. Take your time. Let
That's what I'm trying to say. You're not saying it. You're not saying it right. You're not saying it correctly, bro. Because you are supposed to. It says lift up thy voice. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and spare not. Show my people their transgression. You're supposed to be shouting at me, voice like a trumpet. Don't care about my feelings.
I don't care about your feelings.
No, I'm just saying that. You're saying, it's not for me to try and. You are supposed to be, bro.
Nah, because I'm not out here
bro.
I'm not out here to convince. I'm not out here to convince.
What do you mean you're not supposed to convince? This is
Matthew's.
Bro, let's get out of my Bible, bro. Because listen.
Let's go to Matthew's. I'm not out here to convince. There's an elect. This is Matthew's 13. Because I've dealt. Look. This ain't. I'm not new to. Well, I am new. I'm still.
How long have you been doing this for?
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
I've been doing it for 5 years.
I don't count it from when I heard about the truth. It's 2009.
Okay, yeah.
I don't count it. I count it from when I came to a camp. I went to another camp. That's when I count it. That's when it counts. This is Matthew's 13.
Can I read something as well?
I barely was saying Matthew's 13 and 11. He answered, let's start at 10. The disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Yeah.
What's a parable?
Parables like a. How can I explain it? The best way to describe a parable is like. It's like to say it like a quote. Basically, I know what you're reading. You're gonna say because it's for them to know and not for. I know the scripture you're bringing up.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. Come on, bro. Listen.
So you know these things.
What do you mean?
But you should know.
Hold on. You thought you were talking to some small way.
So what are you playing at then? So what are you playing at?
What
So
do
you
mean I'm
know.
playing at? I'm talking to you. I've seen you. I said, let me see if my man's. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question. So, do you think that Edomites can get saved?
No way. Of course not. Of course we don't teach that.
As long as
we
that's
don't teach that. GOCC teaches that.
But like I said, look, Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions like the house of Jacob. Yeah, like brother, don't forget not me. You can't shout. Listen, bro.
It's according to the spirit, innit? I'm not amped. See, it's according to
but
the
of course.
spirit.
But I'm saying, you just said to me just now
Yeah.
that it's not for me to try and. But it is, bro. You're supposed to be saying, brother, what are you doing? You're not out there looking how I want you to look. You're not out there because really and truly, I'm dressed in strange apparel. You're dressed in the raw apparel right this second.
Bro, the scriptures say don't be bear me just a minute. Let me get that.
What are you gonna say? The scripture says what?
You're dressed in strange apparel.
I am dressed in strange apparel. You're not.
Nah, but I'm gonna take this off soon. Very soon.
Like, I'm just going about my day. I'm about to go see my sister.
I've got something. That's being that's being overrighteous.
No, I hear you still.
Because we still listen to music. Some brothers still listen to crap. We get in the some brothers like boxing and we do things still. Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. Be not righteous over much. So, bro,
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying still, but you're not
neither make that stuff overwise. See, that you can.
I hear.
Why should I destroy that stuff? If that was the mindset, you wouldn't do nothing.
Hold on.
See?
1 Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged no man. You're supposed to judge me, bro. Like you might, like bro, like don't be.
that same precept you're bringing out.
Yeah.
That's spiritual in itself because when you go up, it talks about the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit, because he is still natural.
Yeah.
But the spiritual man receiveth
Because they are
things-
foolishness to him.
Yeah. And what's foolishness to the natural man?
This.
It's not.
That man
It's
being able to.
no.
this, that kind of stuff.
Israelites looking at different nations. So that means you're still natural.
That's
you're still carnal.
That's not
That's
what's
what
different
that
to-
scripture
That's
means.
not what's mad to the natural man.
No,
Let me, okay.
because the scripture says,
Hold on.
for they are not spiritual discerned. So for you to be discerned, that means you
Listen,
need to have a
listen,
discernment
listen,
of spirits.
Listen, let's do that.
You know?
Let's do that. Give me some prophecies. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear you give me some.
But before you came up, I was doing that. But you were on a different course, so I'm trying to show you about the Israelite foreigners.
See God, yeah. Everywhere I go, I promise you. Everywhere I go,
I ain't got that long.
seem to. Oh, you're on a time frame.
I still got a little bit more back.
See what is in, okay, see what is in me, yeah? Everywhere I go,
Yeah.
I always buck a man that I have this conversation with. Like, it don't matter where I am, you know.
Yeah.
I could go anywhere. I could go to my grandma's house. I'm going there today. We're gonna have this conversation. This happened. This is nearly every day of my life, bro. Like every day of my life. You're not getting it,
But
bro.
you need to come to I can still, when I look at you, I can still see there's an uncertainty with something. Something is something in the scriptures that you don't like, and a lot of the time when it's one thing, a lot of the time it can there's other things that it can lead.
That's not that obviously you definitely judge wrong still. I'll be totally honest with you. I believe it. Ooh, can I tell you what it is with me? If you said this to me, yeah, you've got so much other things going on in your life right now that you're wrong. Cause see what it is? I'll be real with you. You see me, I come out of prison last May, so I haven't even been out for a whole year yet. I've done 6 years, bro. I'm 25, you know.
You're older still.
Yeah, blood, like that's what it does, it stresses you out. I'm 25 years old, brother, you get it? Like, and if you gotta understand, so for years of for years of my sentence, I was doing this, you get me? But then obviously I come out of jail, you know what it is, I made a song, I made a tune, I ended up getting signed to a record label, all that kind of stuff there, so it was like, raw, was this even supposed to happen? Was it even supposed to happen? Like, I was even supposed to sign with this, I was supposed to stay on what I was supposed to be doing, I was teaching masses of men, like so much different men. I had an elder called Alan. I promise you, I miss this guy. I don't even know where he is right now.
So what you signed to do with a record company?
Yeah. Not even signed the door. I sold songs to them. It's different, innit? I sold songs. You might not understand what that is, but I sold songs. So I made a song that they liked, rather than going to like a major deal with them, like mixtapes and albums and that. I just sold them songs.
Okay. Yeah, that's something else. As long as you ain't sold out.
No. See, that's selling out stuff. That's when they can control you and that and say
Right.
you can put your hair color this way. That's some. That's some.
That's why I wanted to tell you about IUIC, because it's a known fact that they compromise. It's a known fact. He's throwing up the monochrome and all that. Yeah, they sold out. They're pledging allegiance. A lot of these camps have sold out.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, yeah? So let's just say it's not like I'm actually with IUIC, but I follow them. Like for example, I watch their videos.
Get away from them.
No. So you're trying to tell me that their knowledge is false? Their knowledge is false?
Yes.
Yeah, you're wrong. You ain't watched it before.
No. Like, there's bits that they've kept. You try the truth, but to know, what did they say? To know a lie, you gotta know the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what they've done. That's what
Yeah,
they've
no, but
done.
once you add a bit of a lie to a truth, it's no longer the truth. If you tell me a story and you're like, oh yeah, well I'm going to the Bakerstone house, and then I had to go around the estate, but you didn't. You just walked right there. You lied. It doesn't matter if that's where you was going.
Right.
Now my whole point is this: IUIC, you've already said that they say they lie about. Then whoever's taught you that was lying, bro. Because I'm saying I learned the name Yahweh Shai and Yahweh from them.
Okay.
That's what I learned.
Yeah.
I haven't come across one person or one form of that's been able to defeat what they've been saying through scripture. See words of the mouth, they don't mean nothing to me. See if you and them were supposed to have a full blown, like I would say, alright, cool. Like see me, my own elder, he does not like IUI, he doesn't like Nathaniel. He feels Nathaniel's a bit dodgy. Yes. But I tell him all the time, I say, bro, man's not with them, man. I like what they do. They've taught me that, for example, I've had some of the best lessons with them. The best ever lessons I've ever had. You get me? Talking about the UFOs and all that kind of stuff there. You know that I'm one of them guys, I like to know about the scary stuff. You get me? Like, and it feels good. It feels good that I haven't gone wrong with them. Obviously, I'm out here.
Romans 16. Because they're going off according to the book. You know? Basically, IUIC, in a nutshell, they're an Israelite group, but they're under the guise of Christianity. That makes sense.
That's not true.
That's what they do. It's clear. That's what they are.
They beef Creflo Dollar. They beef They beef every single one. Why I need a bad.
This ain't about camp banging.
No, that's not
This ain't
about. But
camp
no,
banging.
no, hold on. That's not a camp. They're talking about Christians. They literally. It sounds so. I'm gonna use a rock like they shit on Christians. They do not like Christians. And I'll be real. You see me. I don't like Christians. The reason as to why is because you got the same book. You're not even nearly on the same track.
They're a Christian
See
church.
Christians. See Christians. They're
Right.
not 100%. 100%. That's the. You obviously see what it is. Have you ever actually?
IUIC
Have you
is a
ever?
Christian church.
This is what you've been taught.
Let me bring this
is what
up,
you've been
brother,
taught. Have you
brother,
ever? No,
brother.
hold on.
I feel
Have
like
you
I'm not
ever?
getting nowhere with you, brother.
You haven't. Remember, because you've only read through scriptures since the
Brother,
time I've
brother,
been here.
Romans 16
No, one
and
sec,
17.
one sec.
No,
Now I'm gonna ask you one question.
Stop.
Have you watched one IUIC video?
Oh, come on, bro.
Have you?
Come on. Of course I have.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
So just then I can tell you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Tell
I'm
you
not
lying.
lying.
Oh,
I'm
brother,
not
don't
lying.
lie to me. Bro. I'm your
bro,
brother.
I'm not lying.
See this?
Bro, I'm not lying.
Yeah, I was watching.
Of
You're
course,
telling me
of
you've
course,
actually
I've watched
watched.
every single camp because I didn't wake up to Great Millstone. I woke up watching 14th Street Israelite. Some big guy, they call him Baloo. They call him Baloo. Massive, 14th Street Israelites. I woke up watching him. And HODC. But then I realised, hold on a minute, I'm watching this camp, then I'm watching Great Millstone. And I'm seeing certain things like the mark of the beast. All that was going on. The Antichrist.
So hold on, what you think that the mark of the beast is a chip?
But see, do I think now? See, this is not a thing of I think. I know it's a chip. What's the RFID chip? That word for RFID chip is charagma. I don't see. You know what? I don't want to. You know, it doesn't matter if I talk anyway because anything, even if I'm not reading the scriptures, I'm still coming out of the scriptures. Even if I'm not reading the scriptures, I'm still coming out of the scriptures. Revelation 13 and 16. Because of all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, and bond prisoners.
Yes, bro, I know.
To receive a mark in their forehead. What's that word for mark in the Greek? And we study up
Okay,
here.
that's how I know you're a guy, man.
Charagma,
I
incision.
hear you still, but then it goes to show you. So, for example, it says it's going to leave a chip in your right hand and in your forehead, right? So then it talks about in Timothy about having your conscience seared with a hot iron. That is the mark.
No! See, now you're going off. You're
It's
going
true.
off. You're going off now.
It's
You're
true.
going off.
It's true.
That mark that's being said with, that's them seducing spirits that are part of them other camps. We're going to quickly go into 1 Timothy's what you're going on about, and that's interesting how you're bringing it out. Bear me just a minute. There's a lot of things.
Bro.
There's a lot of things coming
listen,
out.
listen,
Nah,
unless
see,
you're a precept.
and I hope you don't use that same mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4, because the mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4 is
I don't use the one in Ezekiel 9 and 4, bro.
You
I'll
know,
be
you
real
know,
with you.
you know that word, set a mark upon them that sign, try
Yeah,
for them, but
yeah.
that's, shit, I forgot the word. But that's a whole other word. That's a whole other word. So don't, see, who taught you that?
You've just said just now,
Who taught you that?
you've just went a long way,
Who
because
taught
you
you
just
that?
thought I was talking about Ezekiel, which I weren't.
No,
I just said,
no.